Bachelorette Rachel Lindsay and Bryan Abasolo announced the end of their marriage in early January of this year. The couple had been married 4 years. They met and fell in love during her season of the show and got engaged at the final rose ceremony. They got married 2 years later in 2019 and now sadly announced their marriage is over. As they are going through the divorce, Rachel appeared on a podcast recently where she revealed if she and Bryan had a prenup in place just in case things went south. What did she have to say about it all? Keep reading to find out more. Rachel Lindsay talks prenup. Former Bachelorette Rachel Lindsay and Bryan Abasolo are going through a divorce after 4 years of marriage. She has hinted that she was blindsided by Bryan's decision to file shortly after the new year. Now, a few months later, she is opening up a little more about their split. She recently appeared on the Hidden Gems with Natasha Parker podcast, where she talked about her marriage ending and whether or not she and Bryan had a prenup. As it turns out, Rachel and Bryan did not have a prenup in place prior to getting married. She said she was all for getting a prenup before their wedding, but they had different views on it. So, since they couldn't agree on it, they just didn't do it. Rachel said, "The reason I didn't get a prenup is because the place I'm in now financially is totally different than when I got married. We were more level, and I wasn't living in California. At the time, he was a chiropractor in Florida, and she was still an attorney in Texas." She said, "We weren't on the same page with prenups, and I didn't want it to be a bigger issue. So we didn't have one. Hindsight is 20/20th. I would have done it now." Her advice to everyone on their way to marriage. Now, Rachel Lindsay advises anyone who is going to get married to get a prenup. She notes that it does not mean one thinks a divorce is imminent. It is simply a way to protect one's assets in case the unexpected happens. She said, "Everybody should have a prenup. I could have never predicted that in 2024 that I would be getting a divorce. You just never know what life is going to throw at you or what's going to happen." Even though her marriage ended in divorce, she's still looking at it all as a positive experience. She fell in love as the Bachelorette, and although it didn't work out, it was still a success for some time. What do you think about Rachel and Bryan not having a prenup? Do you think prenups are a good idea?